viewers of Sounding Board. Tonight we're going to look at one of the new Commander decks. This time they're called Commander Legends. I don't know why. Commander tends to be always have legendary creatures in it, or some even had planeswalkers. But what came in the deck? Let's look at the paperwork first and see what the title of the deck was. I threw the box away because I was curious to see what was inside. Armed for Battle. It has Wyleth the Soul Stealer as the named character. It tells you how to play Commander this time. And it tells you very little about how to play the deck, which is kind of sad. Usually you got that in the corner, and then you had a little quick synopsis of hints of what you should do with the decks. Magic's not even trying anymore. But you do get a Commander box. Not a great box, because you pay $20+ for the set. But you do get a box to store it in. You get a life counter this time instead of the big oversized card, foil card. You get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double-sided tokens and a deck, which has 3 special case cards made for the deck. You know, there's Wyleth, Timely Ward, and Blazing Sunsteel, which are all exclusive to this deck, supposedly. And then the rest are cards that are either out of print or still in print that build this deck. And a Commander deck is 100 cards, but you can only have one of each type of card in it. This one favors red and white. And it has a lot of cards that most of us have seen over the last 5 to 10 years. But it does put a lot of these cards back into play that haven't been in play for a while for tournament play. It makes it easier for it without putting out a base set 1, base set 2 like they used to. They just put out Commander decks for it. There's a staple of Commander now. Every deck tends to have them. There's another staple. There's another staple. There's another staple. Another staple. And then your classic land. It probably needs a little bit more of the land because it's got a lot of funky land, and I'd have to go through and read it carefully, but you have lands that tend to come into play tapped or return a card to your owner's hand. You know, if you get the tapped ones early in the game, they're great, or way late game. But in a mana struggling game, you don't really want those cards. So if you have too many of them in the deck, they can even slow you down harder than what you thought. The dual lands that come into play untapped are far more superior than these. key card is this guy, and he has trample, and every time he attacks, you draw a card for each aura or equipment attached to him. And he's a 2/2, but he only takes 3 to drop, which isn't too bad. You may cast this spell as though it had a flash on it. Target a commander. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature is indestructible. Enchanted creature gets a +1/+0 for each opponent you have. So this is designed for at least a minimum of 4 players. If it's just you and another player, it's just a simple +1/+1. But if you get into a round robin game, you can get as high as a +5 to it. And then the second part is whenever an equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. And you can unequip it for 4. So before the character goes to the graveyard, you can unequip it and send it back to your hand. Or put it on the table if I remember correctly. I haven't played Magic in a while, so cut me a little slack here. But is there anything else that's interesting? This one is First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. Auras and equip cost 1 less colorless to cast. So it'll drop all your cards you get her out early in the game by 1 colorless. So a lot of these cards will drop to 1 mana. That becomes free. 1, 2, no. There it is. 1, a 0, a 2. You know. So it's designed to be a speed deck if you can get the right creatures out. But the draw power relies on getting him out and then getting him out fast. But the problem is, how do I fish him out fast enough so I can get him out early in the game? Because if I get him out too late in the game, I've already lost the game because I've wasted all my auras and enchantment and artifacts on other creatures. But let me know what you think of it. There's other commander decks out there. And this is just the one I choose because I play red and white a lot. And so this is the first one I gravitated to. And this time it looked like the highest they went is 3 colors, not 4 or 5, kind of if you count colorless. But until next time, let me know what you think. Until next time, this is the Sounding Board, signing off.